Elsa Schiaparelli, the surrealist designer from the 1930s, and Christian Lacroix, who gave out clothes for theatre costumes 4 years ago. Is this a marriage made in fashion heaven, or something shocking, as Schiap named her fragrance and her life? For this Paris season, Diego de la Valle, the Italian entrepreneur who owns the Schiaparelli brand, asked Christian Lacroix to make an 18-piece, one-off collection. With its references to famous Schiap pieces like the lobster dress or circus hats, Lacroix has created an homage to an immortal figure who inspired his work. For the New York Times and the International Herald Tribune, this is Susie Menkes at Paris Haute Couture.
Susie, welcome to Schiaparelli.
So this is amazing. Explain to me, the idea is your interpretation of Elsa Schiaparelli.
I have to say that it's couture, but it's not couture. It's in between theater, museum, and I was amazed because I'm feeling so far from couture just 4 years after my hand.
How did you relate to her?
At first I wanted to sketch without looking at any archives. And then, because I love that, in museum and at Schiaparelli, I read much more things. And I discovered she did a lot of costume I didn't know. She dressed Mae West, she dressed a movie about Cancan, I think is the name. And it was one more point in common we share.
Christian, will you show me some of the other things you've created?
With pleasure. For instance, this one with the grid sleeves, it's among the only one inspired by the circus period. The circus at Schiaparelli is 1938. And so it's why we have this kind of clown hat with the fur. And this is one of my favorite outfits. It's perhaps not the shape and silhouette of the pre-war fashion, but for me it's a little bit like the clowns, and I'm very happy with this.
Am I right that she's wearing monkey boots?
Monkey boots, nowadays it's goat boots. Because yes, she did these realistic things with the fur.
So Christian, 4 years ago in these rooms, in this museum, you showed your last couture collection. How does it feel to be back in the fashion world?
For this project, I was much more like Cecil Beaton when he did the costume for Coco musicals. It's exactly as if a musical had been written about Elsa, and I'm in charge of the costume for Broadway.
So now you're a costume designer and not a couturier anymore.
I don't know if I ever been a couturier. I think I was a costume designer since 30 years, or since my birth.
Thank you for talking to the International Herald Tribune and the New York Times.